Hi, my name is Brian Mlambo, and I'm currently the CEO and founder at Aka Ventures and community leader at ScaleX Africa. Over the past couple of weeks, we've been running a series of webinars where we're teaching entrepreneurs how to get clients. And for the guys who don't have the time or the capacity to put together a sales system for themselves, we've opted to put together a business development package that's focused on helping entrepreneurs get more clients. So in this video, I'll be focusing on what the business development package entails, answering some of the key questions that we were getting during the consultation sessions and also during the webinars. So I'll cover four key things. Why does the system that we are selling you work? Why do you need it? What do you get when you pay for the business development package? And also, what's the cost attached to it? So firstly, I'll touch on why does the system work? It works because we've used it, we've tested it, and we've implemented it in different companies, and it constantly worked. Here, I've listed a number of companies that our team has managed to close. And these are big corporates. And the deals that I've included here, or the logos that I've included here, these are some of our recent deals. So in the past, we've actually closed way more than this. We've worked with quite a number of corporates, and we've implemented the same system throughout. That has allowed us to close companies like Easy Equities, MTN, Absa, SnapScan, FNB, Microsoft. And for those who know the work that we do, who've been to our workshops, who've been to our event, they can attest, to the presence of these companies in the projects that we've rolled out, in the initiatives that we've put out there, in the summits, the events, and the workshops that we've done. And you might have attended some of our workshops. I know MTN has been actively involved, especially last year and early this year in our community. And we've also had Peach Payments, supporting us since last year. So the system works because we've tried it, we've tested it. This is something we've been working on for over 6 years. And we developed the system over time. We've tested a number of strategies. We've tested a number of processes. We got to a point where we figured out what works and what does not work. So we'll be taking everything that we've learned, implement it for your company so we can help you close more deals, whether you're targeting corporates or you're targeting small clients. And why do you need the business development package? So the business development package focuses on helping entrepreneurs who are looking at getting big clients or who just want to get more clients. Whether you're looking at getting big or small clients, it doesn't matter. It's going to work for you. It's designed for companies that don't have sales teams at all. For companies that don't even have time for sales. We understand how hectic entrepreneurship is. You have projects that you want to fulfill, and sometimes it might even be difficult for you to find time to do sales. It's also designed for entrepreneurs or founders who don't have any sales experience, or some of them, they just completely hate sales. You hate cold calling people, you hate sending emails, you hate doing presentations, or alternatively, entrepreneurs who just don't know how to get clients. Maybe you've just been getting clients via referrals, and now the traffic has stopped and you don't know how to, get more clients outside of the referrals. And here's what you get. So you'll be getting an experienced team. So when you sign up for the business development package, you don't just get one person handling most of your deals or your sales process. You get a group of people that are focused on helping you close some deals. I'll show you guys an example of one of our recent customers that we've set up a sales system for, just to give you an idea of what exactly you'll be buying and what the process entails. And part of the experienced team, you'll get access to graphic designers who can make sure that your positioning is in order, marketing professionals who can help with, structuring your message the message for your company properly, so that when we reach out to potential clients, they effectively understand what your company is about. You'll get salespeople who are doing the outreach for you, following up with leads, making sure that they are constantly checking emails, booking meetings, preparing proposals, and on top of the sales system itself. And lastly, you'll be getting sales coaching. So if you want to learn how to close deals yourself, we'll be providing you with access to some of our exclusive sales material that can allow you to learn how to do sales. And as we build your system, you'll be actively involved, which can allow you to learn how to set up a sales system, how to do presentations, and also how to follow up and reach out to potential clients. So I'll be showing you the system just now. So when we talk about the sales system, I see the 5 minutes is quite ambitious, so I'll just try to wrap up in the next 2 or 3 minutes. So this is one of our most recent clients, The Rise. So these guys focus on running ESD programs for corporates. And I want to show you, when they came to us, this is the presentation that they had. This is their company profile. And if you go through it, this is the profile that they were sending to potential clients. And from a branding perspective, it does not effectively communicate or position the company as an expert in their field or a company that works with big corporates. Automatically when you look at it from their logo, from their profile, it looks like an SME, and that's not the impression that you want to give to your potential clients when you're reaching out to them, especially when you're dealing with corporates, because they really value quality, and you have to show them first that you can produce quality in your own company. And once you do that, it's a lot easier for them to give you opportunities. So one of the key things we did was to first do a complete rebranding. And with the rebranding, we started with the logo itself. And then after that, we started preparing the assets which are needed for us to help them close clients. And this is the same process that we'll be, taking you through as well. That we'll first look at your branding, your positioning, your messaging. Does it clearly communicate a company that's ready to work with corporates? Does it effectively communicate a company that can deliver results? And then after that, we prepare the assets which are needed for the business development process itself. So that's phase one, as you can see here. So we've got phase one, and with phase one, this is where we pretty much put together the assets which are necessary. And one of the advantages that we give you is that we also give you access to our own traction. So when we do sales for you, we don't just focus on promoting you with the results that you've achieved, the team that you have. We also add on what you already have, so that you have more capacity, so that you have more credibility when you're dealing with those corporates. So I'll show you briefly what I mean. Is that so we did the complete rebranding here, and we redesigned the company profile. One of the key things is some of their previous clients that they've worked with. So instead of just showing your clients, the clients that you've only worked with, we also put here the clients that we've worked with personally. And this allows you to have more credibility, because we're forming a partnership here when we help you with business development. So our traction, we can also leverage so that we can help you close big deals. We've worked with big corporates, and the moment your potential clients see that, okay, you've closed most of these deals, you've worked on most of these projects, it's a lot easier for them to show an interest and engage with you further. So this is just an example. We put together the pitch deck that we're going to send to your potential clients. And then after that, we put together 7 emails that we're going to send to your prospects. If you've attended our previous workshops, you'll know why we use the 7 emails. But we put together all the emails that we're going to use to reach out to your potential clients. These emails are going to be sales emails. They're going to be follow-up emails. They're going to be meeting booking emails, so that we have everything we need to kickstart the sales cycle. After that, the next phase is the sales process itself. So one of the key things that we leverage on is that we've built a network of more than 40,000 business owners in South Africa. And over the past 5 years, we've been actively building this database and ecosystem. And it's not just an ecosystem that has SMEs or entrepreneurs, but it's an ecosystem that has investors, that has corporates, and that has industry leaders who are actively making waves in their specific companies. And one of the key things we use to build this database and build this network is the events that we do. So most of you guys know that every single month we host an event in 6 different cities in South Africa, which allows us to reach over 1,000 entrepreneurs every single month in different cities, helping them get access to better opportunities, network with other entrepreneurs, and learn from successful founders. So the first step in your business development package, after we've put together the assets, is to put together what we call the Dream 100 list. This is a list of 100 companies that you would like to work with. What we do is we help you put together an ideal customer profile. We've been talking about this in our workshops for a very long time. And once we've done that, we put together a list of 100 companies that meet that profile. For these particular clients, these are the list of companies here, okay? And what we do is when we prepare the list, we use Excel and also we use the CRM. But the first starting point is updating the list on Excel. So I'll just show you guys pretty much briefly what the Excel spreadsheet will look like. So this is how it's going to look like. We have people's names, their last names, their email addresses, their titles, their company name. And this is the research that we do. And also we tap into our own database and network and get access to the people that you would like to work with, so that we can be able to pitch your company. We can be able to set the meetings so that you can close most of those deals. So this is what we do. We put together the list. This is the first outreach list. And as you can see here, we have different companies like your Sanlam, Speak and Pay, Absa Bank, Nedbank, and these are the guys that you can get access to as well, depending on the type of industry you're in, depending on the service that you're offering. And then once we've put together the Dream 100 list, we also have a CRM that we set up for you. So the CRM will allow us to pretty much monitor the deals that we have. So once we have a hot lead or prospect and we see that a specific corporate is interested, what we then do is we add them onto the CRM here, and then the CRM allows us to track how many deals do we have and what stage are those deals in. We set this up for you. For example, if you have Old Mutual, they're in the follow-up stage before the meeting, and then let's say you book a meeting with Old Mutual, now it's meeting booked, and if you see at the top, it changes how much money is in that specific deal. Let's say you meet with Old Mutual, they like what you're offering, and then they're ready to work with you. You send them a proposal or a quotation. So I've added them here. So you see now under this tab, we have 210, which means all the deals which are here, it's 210. This motivates the sales team as well to know what deals they need to focus on, who do they need to follow up with. And the nice thing is, let's click on the F&B one, is that for each specific deal, you can add some notes, so that any salesperson who comes afterwards, can know what was the last meeting, when was the last meeting, what did you guys talk about, can say, let's say, prepare proposal, you can save that. So here you keep a record of all the details or touch points that you have with that specific corporate. Whether they want you to reach out to them, like 6 months later, you put it here. If they want you to reach out to them 6 months later, you can simply, create a task. And after creating the task, let's say reach out, and then, set a due date to like when. Let's just do it for, let's say, okay, I think I jumped some years there. Okay, let's just say today, and then let's say you reach out to them in November 22nd, you save it. So what it's going to do is on the 22nd of November, it's going to pretty much remind you that, hey, you need to reach out to MTN because they said, to FNB because they said you need to reach out to them. And the nice thing is you can also integrate your email system here, and we set everything up for you. So you can also have a record of all the emails that you've had with FNB, so that you know what's the last email you got and what you need to follow up on. And everything is here so that even when you hire new people, they don't have to be confused. They have access to all the information here. So that's another step that we do, where we pretty much set up the CRM for you. And then after that, it's very important for you to understand what the sales process is or what it entails. So the first step is for us to do the outreach. So we do the outreach in two different ways. So we can either set up an email ourselves that we're going to use, or alternatively, you can create an email on your side that we're going to use for sales. You can monitor the email. We'll be CCing you on all the communication so that you know what's happening. So it's the outreach email. We send the emails. So after sending the emails, a number of things can happen. We can get a response to the email, or we can get no response at all. So if we get no response, we have follow-up emails. So all the follow-up emails are automated, they're scheduled, they do monitor responses, so that if someone responds, it automatically stops sending follow-up emails. But then if they haven't responded, it keeps sending follow-up emails. So obviously they can be spaced out over a certain period of time. And if we still get no response, then we find an alternative contact. And then the process starts again. We do outreach and see if that specific email gets a response. Sometimes you get an email that bounces. If an email bounces, then find an alternative contact and then kickstart the process. And then after that, if someone does respond, we also have three different potential responses that we can get. The first one being, let's say someone is not interested. They're like, hey, we're not interested at all. Then you need to find out why they're not interested. It's very important to understand why they're not interested, especially if you're reaching out to big companies. They'll always give you a reason, and it can either be a timing thing, budget constraints, or they already have a service provider, but you need to find out why. And our sales team is equipped to know how to handle these responses, how to deal, with the type of rejections or objections that we can get from the different prospects. And then once you find out why, sometimes it can be deferred interest, which is one of the potential responses, where someone can tell you that, hey, we've already maxed out our budget for this year or for this term. Please reach out to us like in 3 months' time or towards the end of the year. Then you add them to an automation that's gonna reach out to them after a certain period of time. And 6 months later, the system reaches out on your behalf, so you don't even have to remember that you need to reach out to this specific company. And that's why it's important for us to build the system for you. And then 6 months later, the system does the outreach for you, and then we back here again. Then you monitor which stage you're in. And then after that, we look at whether, if they're interested, that's great. We get them to book a meeting. Once you have a meeting with them, it's either they're interested or they're not interested. If they're not interested, it takes us back to, this reason of finding out why, and then deferred interest. And then if they're just not interested at all, it's still a deferred interest. You'll probably reach out to them after a certain period of time again. But if they are interested, then we enter into the deal closing stage. This is where we do a lot of following up to make sure that the deal goes through, prepare contracts, MOUs, we negotiate if necessary, but then we make sure that we reach a suitable agreement for both parties. And then the last step is the onboarding stage. Then the onboarding stage, obviously, depending on the company you're in, we have, different types of stages here, or steps rather. We can have ensure that the proposal has been sent and signed. Invoices have been sent. You've added a client to the CRM. You've added them to the project management tool. You have a welcome email that goes out. Onboarding survey. Technically, different onboarding steps, but These are specific for this client, but depending on the industry that you're in, then we prepare relevant processes for you. Technically, this is what you'll be paying for when we talk about the business development package. You get a team that assesses and helps you position your brand properly, that prepares your business development assets from your proposals, your contracts, your pitch decks, your sales emails, and a team that does prospecting for you. So we identify who meets your ideal customer profile, we find out their details, we call them, we email them up until we get them to book a meeting. And we follow this process here that allows us to make sure that we close the deals. We have people who are constantly monitoring this. We have people who are constantly making sure that they effectively understand that, we have to close the deal and get the client to, sign the contracts, and we kickstart the work. So technically, this is it. This is the system we built for you. This is the value that you get. And on top of that, you get a very dedicated team that loves, what you're doing and is committed to what you're doing and wants to help you get clients. So if you want to set this up yourself as well, you're more than welcome. But if you don't have the time to do that, if you need, experienced people who can help you close deals and make sure that they meet your sales targets, then that's why you need the business development package, and that's exactly what you get. So from a cost perspective, so the business development package, we charge a once-off fee of 10,000 rands for companies who are targeting medium-sized to big companies. So if, for example, you're targeting a big corporate, usually the size of your deals is more than 50,000, even more than 100,000 at times. So that's why the setup fee is a bit high for this one, because there's a lot of work that goes into closing those deals. There's a lot of outreach that needs to happen for us to be able to close those deals. So if you are targeting, very big clients and you want to start, working with corporates, you want to start working with medium-sized entities that have big budgets, then we charge a once-off setup fee. Unlike other agencies or companies, we don't want to charge you a monthly retainer because we are committed to partnering with you. This is not just going to be a client service provider relationship, but it's going to be a partnership where we are committed to helping you grow your company and making sure that you meet your sales targets. And we get compensated based on the results that we deliver, based on the results that we help you achieve from a sales perspective. So we charge a once-off setup fee of 10,000 Rand that allows us to build a system for you, set everything up that's needed for us to do sales. And then after that, we work on a commission basis. So depending on the industry you're in and the size of your deals, we charge 5 to 10% on all the deals that we help you close for a 3 months period. That's usually the duration of the contract that we sign, where for 3 months we set sales targets with you and we actively work with you so that we can help you close deals. And on the deals that we close, we get 10% of that amount. And for the guys who are targeting small companies, maybe you're targeting SMEs, you're targeting startups, we charge a once-off setup fee of 5,000 Rand, and the commission structure is the same as well. So depending on the industry you're in and the type of clients you're looking for, you can choose a suitable package here. And for our first-time clients, one of the key things we do is we're going to give you 20% off if you sign up, by the end of the month, or rather before the end of the month. So if you sign up before that, we're going to give you 20% off, because what we like to do is we like to start a new cycle, at the beginning of every month. So if you sign up, let's say before the end of May and you want to start in June, then you get a discount. If you want to sign up, before the end of June and you want to start in July, you get a discount. But if you want us to start in April and you sign up and make a payment during that specific month, then you're going to pay the full 10,000 rands. But the key thing is do leverage the discount if you can, especially if you watching this towards month end, because that can give us ample time to set up the systems for you. So that's the cost for guys who are targeting medium-sized to big companies. It's 10,000 rands, a once-off setup fee, plus 5 to 10% commission for 3 months. And for guys who are targeting small companies, it's 5,000 rands, once-off setup fee with 5 to 10% commission. So the video was longer than expected, but I hope this was helpful and answers most of the questions that you have. If you are interested in signing up, please click the link in the description, or alternatively, just send us an email. You can send me an email at brian@scalexafrica.com, or alternatively at grow@scalexafrica.com, or just respond to the email that sent you this video. Cheers. Thank you.